who you are being as a whole is what you will be attracting, what you'll be experiencing, and what you'll be living.
Welcome to the Words of Wisdom podcast. This is the place to be to raise the consciousness within in order to create a life and business of ease, flow, and freedom. This podcast offers inspiring stories, strategies, and special guests to help you become your most aligned self. I am Minerva Maharajh, a former NBA Toronto Raptors Dancer turned ICF Accredited Spiritual Life Coach, founder of Goddess of Wisdom Spiritual Life Coaching, and Starseed Academy Coach Training. My soul's mission is to show you the impossible is truly possible. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Let's get to awakening your soul's wisdom.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Words of Wisdom. Today what we're going to talk about is 2 mindsets you need to have to be a successful spiritual entrepreneur or coach. So let's start off with the current mindset that you might have. It may sound something like you work really hard, you see some success, and when you get that success, the client, the money, just that inspired, exhilarating feeling, you're like, I made it. It's working. And then when it's not there, or it's slow, or you have an income dip, or a client pulls out or asks for a refund, you go into the space of, I'm a failure. It's not working. Why is this working? Maybe I need to work harder. So maybe you experience something like that in terms of that ups and downs and that mental torment as an entrepreneur and as a coach. I've been there. So, and there's still moments I still go through that, right? But here are 2 mindsets that I have developed within myself that has really changed things for me. And mindset is important in addition to your emotional health, as well as your spiritual health and your energetic health. If you've been working with me or you've been following me for a while, I look at all those pillars, all of those levels of your being to be in alignment. And it's really who you are being as a whole is what you will be attracting, what you'll be experiencing, and what you'll be living. So today I want to take a closer look at 2 mindsets that you can develop within yourself right here, right now, to start elevating your mind, elevating your energy, and ultimately put you on the path to success long term. Not just that in the moment, instant gratification success. When you develop these mindsets, you will be unstoppable, you will be untouchable, you will be indestructible. Nothing will phase you. And obviously, with practice and more development, the stronger you become in this, the more untouchable you will be in your confidence, and the more you will have the courage to strive for your bigger dreams. So here it goes. The first type of mindset you need to cultivate is growth. You need to cultivate a growth mindset, not a perfection mindset. I say this to my students at Starseed Academy. I say this to my group and private clients in my private coaching programs. You need to cultivate a growth mindset. A growth mindset sounds like, look how far I have come in the past week, the past month, the past 6 months, the past year. Look at where I am now. Look at who I have become. Look at all that I have learned. Look at how tenacious I am. Look how courageous I am. Look how I get back up and start again. Look how I went against the grain and went against everything my parents and everyone told me not to do. I did it anyway. When you have that growth mindset, you don't just look at one particular moment in time in your business, in your money, in your coaching, or in your entrepreneur journey. You don't just look at the successes. Yes, those are great and those are joyful. You should celebrate those. But what you really need to start celebrating is how much you have grown, is your growth on the intangible levels. How you have grown in trust, in your wisdom, in your knowledge, in your experience. You can't put a price to that. You can't quantify that. That's what you need to start cultivating and acknowledging. So the next time a client asks for a refund, or you're so close to booking a client and they're like, sorry, it's too much money, instead of going into, oh, is my prices too high? What am I doing wrong? Do I need to, do I need to work harder? Instead of that old mindset, a growth mindset would be, wow, I got that client just by doing a podcast. I got that client out of the blue. Last year, I had no clients. Last year, I was doing a job I didn't love at all. But here I am doing something I actually love, and someone came out of the woodworks to talk to me. You are looking at the gap. You are looking at the intangible. You are acknowledging how you have grown and what has changed and what it has taken for you to be in this spot in your business, no matter where you are at. And if you start cultivating that growth mindset, then you will, as I mentioned before, you wouldn't be as phased, and this takes practice, and this may be different for everyone, but you won't be as phased when someone says no, when someone asks for a refund, when there's a dip in income. That just all becomes feedback and information for you to view from a neutral lens, not from the self-critical lens, not from, let me just go hard, from the wounded masculine lens. So we need to start cultivating the growth mindset. How have I grown? Who have I become? What do I have in me to keep going? So we need to cultivate the growth mindset if you want to be successful as an entrepreneur and coach. The second mindset that you need to cultivate is the mindset of gratitude. So the first one's growth. The second one is gratitude, my 2Gs. And not just, I'm grateful for my clients. I'm grateful I get to do the work I love. I'm grateful for my home. All those things, yes, be grateful for. But what I want you to start moving towards is being grateful for the intangibles. Being grateful for, again, you, the qualities of you. Being grateful that you have found peace. Grateful that you have courage. Grateful that you are tapped in and tuned into your soul. Grateful that you have a connection to God's source energy, whatever your higher power is. Grateful for all of the intangible things you have. Because really, end of the day, isn't that why we want what we want? Is for peace, is for joy, for fulfillment. And if you can start acknowledging those emotions, those energies, those qualities now, isn't that bound to grow? Isn't that bound to expand in your life? Because where your focus goes, energy flows and gives life to it. So if you start acknowledging, appreciating, and being grateful for the peace you have now, for following your heart and your soul's desires, for becoming aware of your life purpose as a coach, as an entrepreneur, for doing the work on with your money relationship, where you are now compared to where you were a year ago with your money, a year ago with your business, a year ago with your mental health, with your peace, with your happiness. If you start paying gratitude to those things and not just the tangible things, the more that will grow, the peace, the abundance, the happiness, the joy. Be grateful that you had that inspired idea. Be grateful for those feelings. And the more you tap into that, the more you become that, the more you emit that, the more you attract that, right? So that's what I have for you today. 2 mindsets to cultivate: growth and gratitude. Okay, so hopefully this shifts your mind, it tweaks you and solidifies more of what it is you're already doing, because I believe you're doing this on some level. You're an entrepreneur for a reason, you're a coach for a reason, you followed your soul's desire, you know there's something more for you, you're here to serve, you're here to make an impact, you're here to make an income, and you deserve all of those things. So implement these 2 mindset shifts and you're going to start feeling more embodied in who you are and what you came here to do. I hope you liked this episode. Make sure to comment and share on all the platforms. I really appreciate that like and the subscriptions and the downloads. And if you want to go further in any of this, if you feel called to become a certified spiritual life coach, check out my school, Starseed Academy Coach Training.com. Or if you want more of that one-on-one support to go deeper into who you are being, your mindset, your energy, your emotions, and become that person who is just that master manifester, join Portal to Overflow. I'll leave all the details below. Thanks so much for listening.